Ladies and gentlemen, Plug Power stock has been crashing. So you're probably wondering why the stock is crashing and what's next. So that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today, and we're going to be discussing where the stock is going to be going from here. Along with that, we're going to be doing a super in-depth technical analysis, so make sure you stick around and let's get to it. Alright, so let's actually take a look at the technicals first before we talk about all the fraud allegations and where the stock could be heading next and what's in store for it. So right off the bat on this daily chart, we can see a few things. First of all, we can see how the stock formed a double bottom right here at $33. A few weeks ago, we tested 33 right over here. Then again, today we bounced right at this $33 level, forming a double bottom and showing that buyers are now willing to commit to this $33 level. Along with that, it looks like we're forming a descending broadening wedge. As we can see, it's forming a downwards wedge that's getting broader and broader, and essentially this is a bullish reversal pattern, and if we get a break above this top resistance line, that will be super bullish and confirm the reversal. I'm really liking that setup. Along with that, we can see how we formed a bullish divergence on the RSI. As we can see, when the stock retested that $33 level and formed a double bottom, the RSI formed a higher low and shows that buyers are beginning to take control. Along with that, we're getting a MACD cross with the red MACD line crossing above the green signal line, again showing that the momentum is shifting in favor of the bulls, so things are looking pretty bullish. Along with that, we can see massive buying volume. I mean, just look at this green bar compared to all the other previous days for months now. That's one of the biggest volume spikes, and I can assure you that 100% hedge funds, mutual funds, all these different funds loaded the boat today. I mean, this is a massive dip that we had, and this massive volume spike just indicates that people really stepped up huge today and that buyer strength has returned massively. Along with that, if we go to the 1 month hourly chart, we can also see that the stock today bottomed at $33 and then began forming higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows, just trading in this upwards channel. Essentially, this is also a bullish reversal pattern and shows buyer strength that they're now able to continuously keep making new highs. And remember, if you guys want to be learning all this stuff, be sure to check out the Gen Z Trader Academy link down below, where I cover how to read and understand all of this stuff for yourself. And then apart from that, we can also see we got a MACD cross over here on the hourly chart as well, with the red MACD line crossing above the green signal line. So now let's talk about my price target. If the stock continues higher, I can definitely see the stock retest this about $47 level, where we had resistance right over here and peaked out on the most recent push up. And then above 47, I could see the stock heading up to 53, where we peaked out way back over here. So if you're looking to buy into the stock, make sure that the trend is continuing. Watch to see if the stock is continuing to form higher highs and higher lows, and that should be confirmation that the reversal is happening, as well as if it can continue to hold this 9 EMA, which is this blue line, as support. The 9 EMA, which is the blue line, is a great indicator of trend direction, so if the stock continues to stay above it, that is also bullish as well. Now if the stock ends up dropping lower, which is totally possible, the first level of support I can see it find is right here at $35. So we pulled back to and found support right here over here today, and it was also a previous level of support way back over here. If it breaks below 35, then the stock can easily retest that exact $33 level, and if it breaks below 33, then I could see the stock heading all the way down to about this $30 level where we had support right over here and where was a previous level of resistance in this area. So those are the key levels to watch, and again, if you want to learn all of this, check out the Gen Z Trader Academy link down below. And now let's talk about all the fraud allegations. So in a press release, the company announced that they will restate their previously issued financial statements for fiscal years 2018 and 2019 and their quarterly filings for 2019 and 2020. Essentially, they consulted with KPMG, which is a highly respected accounting company, and together they determined that the company's prior period financial statements needed to be restated due to errors in accounting. So what this means is that the accounting issues will not be affecting any of the guidance that they've provided, nor will it be affecting any of the core business operations. What it will be impacting is loss accruals for certain service contracts, which are essentially losses that were expected but not reported, then the impairment of certain long-lived assets, and the classification of certain costs resulting in a decrease in research and development expenses and a corresponding increase in cost of revenue. That means that they actually had a higher cost of revenue than what was reported. And so it's never good to see accounting errors, especially ones that go back all the way 3 years ago, and so it really shows a lack of attention to detail by Plug Power's accounting team. It's just not a good thing to see how these things went unnoticed for 3 straight years. And for sure in the coming days we will see multiple class action lawsuits against the company and even multiple analyst downgrades, which they were probably expecting considering the massive drop in the stock. And so that begs the question, what's next? Well, there are a few things to consider. First, you have to let the dust settle. I like how the company came out and said, you know, we made a problem and we're being fully transparent and we're going to be fixing this. So that's a good thing. But you also have to understand that there's going to be a lot of hate against the company in the short term, which is definitely going to add to the downwards pressure. So expect somewhat of choppy trading for the next few days. However, in my opinion, the long-term trajectory for this company and the stock is still intact. You see, I was one of the very few people to call out this stock in its early stages. I called it a screaming buy when it was at $10, when it was at 20, when it was at 30, 40, 50, and so on. So it definitely hurts to see the stock drop, but I don't think that what has happened recently, all these fraud allegations, have really changed the fundamentals of the business in the long term. Now, going even further, they were previously expecting revenues of $1.2 billion by 2024, but now they've raised that to $1.7 billion, which I'm glad to say I predicted a while back. They also have a really healthy balance sheet with $5 billion in cash. And so let me ask you this. Is there any other hydrogen company that's doing what Plug Power is doing? Is there any other hydrogen company that's signing all the high-level contracts that they are? And is there any other hydrogen company that has the cash that Plug Power does? The answer is no. This company is miles ahead of their competitors, and it all comes back to their willingness to reinvest back into the business and take big risks. As I've mentioned so many times on this channel, them buying Guyner ELX and United Hydrogen for like, what was it, $150–200 million deal, that reinvestment to the business to expand into the other segments of the hydrogen industry really shows management's focus on trying to expand the business and overall become a one-stop shop for hydrogen solutions. So overall, my final verdict is not to panic. I explored the company's fundamentals super in depth in some of my previous videos, which I highly recommend, but overall the growth trajectory is still intact. I mean, sure, there's been some bad news along the way, but if you're a firm believer in this company and you believe in the future of hydrogen, Plug Power is where you need to be. This is the one company you should be definitely invested in. They're leaders, they have brilliant partnerships, and they have the cash most importantly, and they're really focused on expanding the business, and I see this company becoming truly a one-stop shop for hydrogen solutions. So guys, that's the video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and check out the Gen Z Trader Academy link down below, and let me know your thoughts about Plug Power stock and the recent fraud claims and everything that's been going on. With that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy. Clocking out for now. Peace.